Okay guys, I'm going to go over the new schedules to wrap up the end of the year and then also explain how that looks, what it looks like in Study Island so you can kind of understand my thinking. Let me know if you have any questions, if something doesn't make sense. So we'll start with Aslan. Her new schedule will require for her to do 3 assignments in Study Island each week. You know what, I will amend this as well to make sure we need to do at least 20 questions. You can go in there and do 10 questions and get a blue ribbon, but to prove that you really know something, I need you to do about 20 questions. So I will go in and edit these before I send to you to put that in there. So she'll have 3 in English language arts, 3 in math. I left the workbook on there for everybody. I think for Aslan, since she's not in test prep mode and she's got more time on her hands, you know, if she can continue to work in her workbook, that's great. For science, she'll do that still in A+, and we just have 1 of those a week and 1 social studies. And she can continue to do spelling and a book report by the end of the year. Success maker, I would still like for her to do as long as extra math. So the big thing, the only things that really have changed is we're going to move these 2 right here to Study Island. And so we just need 3 blue ribbons a week. If they're, like I said in my email earlier, if we bomb something and we don't know it, that's fine. That just gives me an idea of, okay, we don't know this, we need to be taught this, whether it's me doing a session like this and sending it to you, or you sitting down with them, or finding a YouTube video, and we'll be taught the concept, and then I'll reset it, and then they can try again. You know, I'm all about, we may not get it the first time, but all that matters is that we get it. So it doesn't matter when we get it, it's just that we finally master it. So that's hers. It's pretty simple, pretty much the same thing. The big things for EPIC are going to be the English language arts, the math, the science and social studies, and the success maker. So if we need to drop extra math or spelling or something like that, that's fine. But let's just make sure we're getting our math, our English language arts in Study Island, our science and social studies in A+, and our success maker. So that's Aslan. And now I'm going to show you when I log in as her what it looks like. So it's the same thing as normal. You just go to studyisland.com. It's her same 4x4, and then it's EPIC 1, 2, 3, 4 for her password. Log in, and they've worked with me. All of them, I believe, have worked with me in Study Island when we've been together. So we'll click on this one, and she has math and she has English language arts. So for the math one, you know, these ones that she's only done 10 on, I still would like to see those at 20, so I can just say, like, we have mastered it. So one of these books actually on her schedule stands for her to do 10 more of these. Okay, so each book on the schedule just is getting 1 blue ribbon and doing 20 questions. So they also, when they come in here, they don't have to go right to the quiz unless they think they know it. But we have a lesson. So they click on the lesson. You can click here, watch a movie where they explain it to you. You can read through the examples. And then if you click here, these are little flashcards. And we just would probably do interactive flashcards. Find the rule, flip it over. Okay, there's the answer. So they can practice like that. And then when they're ready, they'll click the actual thing, and they can do practice mode, or they can do game mode. I think they like game mode, and that's fine. If they get the question right, then they get to play the little minute game, and that's totally fine with me. They can pick how many they want to do, and it's cumulative, so they don't have to do 20 at one time. They can do 10, and they come back later and then do 10 more. So we just want to make sure that we're getting to 20 and that we're getting also a blue ribbon. But like I said, if we don't get a blue ribbon, that just means we need to talk about it and reset it, reteach it, and then test it again. So it's not a big deal. But that's how that works. So those are her 2 things in there. Okay. Let's go to Marley next. For her Study Island, she'll have 5 English language arts and 5 math. Her workbook, I said, recommended if there is time and assistance, because she'll probably need somebody to sit with her and help her with her workbook. And then just one science and one social studies and A+ per week. I highly recommend the flashcards that I sent to kind of practice daily. The extra math, I'd still like her to do that if there's time. And that OCCT book, practice book, the parent guide that I sent you, if you can get her to read through that and you can check the work with her and go over it with her and get that done by April 8th, that way she's used to bubbling in answers and all that stuff that comes with state test stuff. Dream box is not required, but, you know, it's more math help for her. So 20 minutes, 3 times a week, if we can fit that in, great. Division and multiplication facts, you know, I highly recommend we continue to work on that if we can figure out how to do that as well. That's something I want to focus on for this summer for all 3 of them. So the big changes for her are just the moving to Study Island for English Language Arts and math. And then I just put in the state test prep requirements as well, the flashcards, and then working in the workbook so we know how to bubble and transfer our answers. So let me log in as her room. Okay. So same epic 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now her and Ryan have 2. So this is the learning path. So don't worry about the learning path. I want you to work in the Michelle Yoder one. Okay, and she has English Language Arts. So she'll just go in here. I'll go and reset these. But it just works the same. We have a lesson. We can sit and read about the lesson, watch a little video, and read about it. Here's another video. So I highly recommend her reading through these 4 pages and watching the videos before she goes to take the test. And so then when she's ready, when she's done all that, then we click on this, and she can do game mode or practice mode, just the same. She can do 10 questions now and 10 questions later, however it works, because like I said, it's cumulative. And then our goal is to do 20 questions and get a blue ribbon. So some of them have flashcards and some of them don't, but that's how that works. And like I said, if we don't get a blue ribbon, that's okay. We just need to reteach the concept and then test again. Okay, and so here are her math ones. And her and I do math together a lot of times when we can, so she has a few that are already done. But any like this one that's 5 or 11 or 10, I want to see that at 20. So you can have her work in order if that's easier for you guys to make sure that we're getting them done. That's fine with me. Otherwise, they can skip around. It's up to you. So her next one for math would be number sentences. So click on the lesson. This one doesn't have a video, but it's going to kind of explain it to you. Oh, there's the video at the bottom. Okay, then click on the video. They're corny little 4-minute videos. The kids love them. Click on the flashcards if she wants to play with the flashcards. And then when she's ready, click on number sentences, do game mode or practice mode, and then she can do as many as she wants at the one time. But for her schedule, then she needs to get 5 blue ribbons in math a week, 5 blue ribbons in English Language Arts a week. So let me know if there's questions on that one. And then we'll go to Raya last. Raya, because she's taking 4 state tests, they're all in Study Island. So she's going to do 4 English Language Arts, 5 math, 2 science, and 3 social studies, and then 5 writing, because she only turned 1 writing prompt, and I think she's barely done any of her workbook, and I have to give her a writing grade. And so I know she already took the writing test, but I have to give her a grade. So we're just going to do Study Island to finish up the year in writing. And then math workbook, if she can find it and has time to get it done, that's great. I'd still like for her to continue to finish the Rush Revere books. I sent all the flashcards for her for all 4 subjects and the state test book. So if she can do those as well to prepare before April 8th, that's great. Extra math if she has time. She did have that cursive writing book. That's fine if she wants to work in there. our big focus is going to be up here. And hers will work just like the rest. And she's really familiar with it. She's already been working in there for me for science and social studies, so this is not going to be a big deal to her. So once again, don't go to the learning path, go to my name. And then we just want to get 20 and a blue ribbon. And it works just like the other ones. So she's already been working in science and social studies for me. So she doesn't have a ton that's left. So like here, she's already done 3 and got 3 blue ribbons. So I think that's it. I'm going to modify this and put, you know, the 20 questions, 80% mastery, blue ribbons. But hopefully that kind of simplifies things for the rest of the year and makes it a little easier for you. And then I'll combine these grades with their other grades to go forward. As far as Marley's 10-day plan, I talked to my principal today, and since we're kind of resetting expectations as to what's required every week, she wanted to give her a couple weeks to get on track using Study Island, since, you know, what was working before wasn't working. So the 10-day plan I sent you, just don't stress about it. Let's just throw that away for now, and we will focus on her doing her new stuff and being in Study Island. So as long as she's getting what I'm asked her to do here done for the next like 4 or 5 weeks, she should be good, and we should not have to worry about truancy or withdrawing or anything like that. But my principal was fine with us throwing that away since we're kind of resetting things, so don't stress about that as well. But text me, call me, email me if you have any questions. If any of this doesn't make sense or it's not working, please let me know. All right.